thrilled to have you with us from Denton, Texas, Apache Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors and the North Texas Mean Green. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Well, guys, Coach told me this atmosphere is going to be crucial today. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Rainbow Warriors headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Might be calling a hot route. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's White. Makes the catch and he's free. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Iamaleava unloads it left. A strike downfield. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Gain of 25 on the play. And a first down for the offense.
And the Rainbow Warriors, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Right down the middle. Makes the catch, it's Phillips. There he goes. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. The Rainbow Warriors trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Hawaii. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Lost, the defense is wide open. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Wants to throw it again. Moving out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. Makes the grab deep. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They just keep firing. Lets it fly. Touchdown, North Texas. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rainbow Warriors offense comes out ready to go on the attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Gonna take a shot. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Mean Green. How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Hawaii will get things going as their offense makes its way onto the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. And now this offense will take the field again. wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Jones. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. This defense has been sliced and diced and now facing another first and goal. Looking to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Touchdown, North Texas. Quick strike through the air for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Imaliava. Looking to take a shot. He's got it along the sideline.
And how about the bounce back for this QB? He's already got more passing yards right now than he had all last game. Nice job not getting down, not getting negative, not letting one bad game turn to 2. Nice bounce back already in this next game.
Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. Here's a heat. Fires to the right. Got a man, it's Phillips. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Ooh. Iamaleava. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii. Makes the catch. Plenty of room. Feet down in the end zone.
Man, making a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown.
Number 13, set to kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
This time it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Firing to the right, complete. Still on his feet at the 45. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work.
Level. Here we go. Hey, move. Ready, go.
Gonna look downfield again. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Makes the pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Phillips. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield. It's Iamaleava. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Let's take a second to think about Hawaii. Midway through the season, now staying in that top 25, staying relevant in the playoff discussion, that's a big deal. But what do they need to do in the second half of the schedule here?
Less attention to the number beside their name, more attention to what's still out there to be played for. There's the college football playoff, there's big bowl games. There's a lot out there still, but you've got to win. That's the key right now in the second half of the season, taking one game at a time and making sure you lead.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
The mean green now facing the meanest of problems on third down. The offense changing the play. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Looking long. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that...
And the ball's out, and they're after it. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it.
Well, the offense is coming off the field. They didn't have enough yards to get that first down anyway, but by putting it on the ground, they killed any shot of maintaining this drive, and now their defense has to take over in a sudden change situation.
Throwing, Iamaleava. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The Drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Third touchdown of the game. A third of his season total. He now has 9 on the year.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
He'll return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he made the extra point without problem. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They scored.
Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Saying in the gun on third down. Throws to the back. They're working that left side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Again, it's Iamaleava. He's looking deep. And it's picked off for the fourth time today.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions in the first half of this game. He's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half.
Sweep, sweep. Go, go.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's White. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
North Texas lining up, facing 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here.
Booster, booster.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Iamaleava. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this could be really huge for this defense, man. You got put in a horrible spot. You can complain, you can whine, if you want to. It ain't going to help nothing. Like, they do a great job being ready for the pass on 1st down. Now, 2nd down and goal. They've got...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Pass. Now we're to 3rd and goal. You'd like to see this part of the field where you can exert some of that physicality, run the football. I know you're doing it. I know the field shrinks, but I'm going to be tougher than you, more physical than you. I'm going to run the football down your throat.
Iamaleava from the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the 1st.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Iamaleava to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. Gives them a chance to put together a strategy here in the waning moments. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, you got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it on the outside. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
We need a 2-minute offense. When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
North Texas has it going to work with another first down.
Ready?
Wants to throw it again, and why not? Rushes on him. Fires to the middle. Finds his man. It's Sampson. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. North Texas, after that big play through the air, back to work. Motion from the back. Now from inside the red zone. He's got his man. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Play fake. Nico Iamaleava takes a shot as he lets it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. Just weren't able to come down with that one.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look in on BYU, taking on the number 18 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's BYU keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Throwing, Imaliava. Fires downfield. Working the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Play action, Imaliava. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy. You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Imaliava fires toward the target. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You've put up a bunch of yards throwing the football. You've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. The ball is out behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Here's Imaliava to throw. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
To throw, it's Imaliava. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch him because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do because this passing attack has not been great.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Throwing, Imaliava. Right on the money.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Imaliava. The short hands. It's Phillips. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Imaliava to the air again. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside for the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
Iamaleava. He caught it. If that completion has them right on the doorstep, they'll mark it at the 1. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Nico Iamaleava throwing again. Takes a hit as he fires. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Brought down at the 17 as he brought it all the way back inside the 20 after the pick. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on first down. He wants to go deep. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on first down. Howie, what do you have?
Well, guys, these turnovers continue to dictate what's happening in this ballgame. The quarterback has been under duress, and he is starting to show this wear and tear. The defense is feeding off of this, though. They see he's banged up, and they are going to keep coming after him. Back to you.
Howie, thank you. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open.
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
He'll take a deep shot here. Upstairs to make the catch. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that.
Snags it, and there's running room. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
Booster, here we go, ready. One, ready, go.
Looking downfield on first down. Stepping to the right. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Sends it back in motion. Looking down the middle. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Maybe a double pass. Wide open, he makes the catch. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hawaii.
And that is exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
And the extra point is good. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. It's White. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Mean Green might have found something after that last big play through the air. To the air on 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's White. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Here's a heat. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on 1st down and couldn't pull it off. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Thank you. That's what the defensive backs say to the defensive linemen when they get home and put pressure on the quarterback fast and the ball comes out erratic.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Fires downfield. He's got it. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few 1st downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the 1st down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. operating in the red zone here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Let's it go to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the end zone. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Pocket breaking down. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they'll get him down after a solid return. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Mean Green! They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Now this offense is back on the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing, Iamaleava. Here comes the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Leaping grab for a big gain. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Looking to throw on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
To the air on second down. Unloads to the right. It's caught. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Wide receiver going in motion. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go right back downfield. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Third and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He rifles one deep down the middle. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got...
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Looking for more room. The 20. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Here's the pressure. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on 1st down that just goes awry?
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Fakes to grab. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
Steps away. Going for 6. Touchdown, North Texas. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Iamaleava. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They'll move the wide receiver.
Come on, flow, flow, flow. Here we go. Left, gamer.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game.
The fake, and he wants to throw. Hard-hitting tackle.
Is no good. That keeps the score. North Texas, 56. Hawaii, 34.
Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
The hands team on the receiving unit has got to do a better job. You have got to make sure you end up with the football.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Oh, maybe a double pass. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Uncorks it with the catch. It's White. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W.